So you're thinking about buying physical games such as this, or digital games such as on the Microsoft Store or Steam. Well, I'm not catering to PC gamers because you already know if you're on PC, you're going digital. You're going to be using some sort of launcher like Steam or Origin and stuff like that. So this video is about console gamers specifically. So we're going to start off with the pros with physical games. Obviously, it's physical. You can own it. If you are into collecting, you'll actually have the physical case and all that stuff. Open it up, you can get codes and crap like that. If you wanted to trade it in later on, you could do that. You can't really do that with digital games. So that's the main pro, and you'll have your physical CD in case you ever get locked out of your account, whether that's Xbox Live or something like that, or PlayStation Plus, whatever it is. If you get locked out of your account, you can always recover just by inserting a disc again. So that's the main pros for the physical cases. Now onto the cons. The main con here is your CDs can wear and tear because on the back of the CDs they can get scratched up and stuff like that, or they can eventually stop working. There are some games from the Xbox 360 and original Xbox era that I have that no longer work and I had to get rid of them, but that's that. Second, your cases. If you're a traveler or if you're gonna buy a bunch of games, these end up taking up a bunch of space in storage or whatever, and they're hard to haul around and stuff like that. Another con is if you're using the Xbox Series S, you don't have a CD tray, so these games are useless for that unless you have a console that can actually read CDs. So that's the main con. And another con is that you're gonna have to get something like this to haul all your CDs around, and it's a lot. And another thing too, if this gets lost or damaged, well then you're out a bunch of money as far as you just lost a bunch of your games in it. They're like Call of Duty and stuff, Battlefield, it costs like $60 to $70. Imagine losing that. That's why here's the trade-off is that digital games, you're safe from the physical attacks, but cyber-wise, if someone hacks your account or your account gets deleted, you're gonna have to start over. Whereas physical games negate that because you have the physical games with you, so you're immune to any sort of hacker crap or whatever. The problem is that this can still be physically destroyed or someone could steal it. So that's why you need to really think about what should you get, physical or digital. Now I'm going to show you the pros to digital games.
Alright, now we're talking digital games. So we're on the Xbox crap. I'm on the Xbox Series S right now. These are the games I currently own, well, are downloaded on here. So if I were to go into manage, ignore all of these because these are part of the Xbox Game Pass subscription. If I go to own games, these are all the games I own and they're not currently installed. So if I were to pick, let's say, Metro 2033, and if I were to click install, I can install that right then and there. So that's the big pro about digital games, is that as soon as you buy it from the marketplace, you can start downloading immediately and stuff like that, and you'll know exactly the file size for the game and stuff like that. Not to mention, you can also get these games on sales. Like I got Call of Duty Modern Warfare Remaster, this one, in a bundle with Infinite Warfare, and I only paid like $15 or something on a sale to get both of them together. So that's that. I don't really see that in real life at the store and stuff like that. Some games have like pre-order bonuses and stuff like that. I know Call of Duty had that. They also had like digital editions of games. As you can see on the Microsoft Store, we have all these deals and stuff. You're gonna see stuff like half price, 90% off. You see with the Bandai Namco, it's 90% off. As you can see with this one, you can compare the two bundles. Yes, they're both digital, but you can't buy like this vault pack on the right side. You can't buy that in real life, like how I got the physical CD. So you would have to do that digitally. So you have to think too, digital, do you want extra content or do you want a physical CD? I just picked the physical CD because I don't need multiplayer stuff because I'm not buying Call of Duty for that. But you might be different than me. You might want all these skins and map packs and stuff like that. If that was the case, I would tell you go digital all the way if they're not going to give you any of this stuff if you bought it physically. So that's for you to decide. You can also, with digital, you can also add to wish lists and stuff to see when they can be marked down. You can't really do that with a physical game unless you go on their website or go in the store and see what's up. Not to mention that digital will always work, assuming the game doesn't have a bug. It will always work, whereas a CD can wear and tear. So that's your strength if you're buying digital games. The main drawback though is that games like Call of Duty, since there's such a high demand, without a sale they're still gonna be worth a lot of money digitally, such as Black Ops 2 and Call of Duty Ghosts. Despite them being old games, if you look at the Xbox market, they can be like almost $100 despite being like a decade old. One main drawback though to digital games is that sometimes they will remove games off the Xbox Marketplace, so you can't buy them digitally. Like, there used to be a game called Tom Clancy's Hawks, and that was an aviation game, like a jet game, and they took it off the marketplace on Xbox Live despite it being a 360 game that had actual CDs. As you can see, if we click view game, it's right here, not currently available, versus this game where it says buy right now, $19.99. So that's a drawback to buying digital games. A massive drawback is that if I change to someone else's gamer tag on this Xbox, I wouldn't be able to download those games without my profile being on the Xbox. So you gotta think of that too. If you ever get locked out of your accounts, you're probably locked out of your games for good, and that's why I still buy physical games sometimes. Now, if it's a game that I don't really care about like that, I'll buy it digitally, but stuff like Battlefield and Call of Duty, I'm buying physically, but that's my preference. Yours might be completely different. A major pro for literally either way, digital or physical, if you're on Xbox, if you buy a physical disc game and you start downloading it, you can play a digitally bought game while you're downloading. And if you're buying a digitally downloaded game from the Xbox Marketplace or Game Pass, you could still play a game that's from a CD while you're still downloading. Now, it might not download as fast, but it could still be done.